The Battle of the Alamo. Part 1. The most important facts will be in the color blue. In this part, we will be talking about what was Alamo before the Texas Revolution, what were early events in the Revolution, and who were some of the key players in the Battle of the Alamo. What was the Alamo before the Texas Revolution? The Alamo was home to several missionaries and their Indian converts for around 70 years. In the early 1800s, the Spanish military stationed a cavalry unit at the former mission site. The Spanish, rebel, and Mexican military occupied the Alamo until the Texas Revolution. Early parts of the Texas Revolution. Who was Moses Austin? He was an American and was given permission by the Spanish government to start a colony. The only condition was the Americans had to follow Spanish laws. Moses died in 1821, so his son Stephen tried to start the colony. In 1821, Mexico won their independence from Spain. The Mexican government came to Stephen and told him his settlers would have to learn Spanish, become a Mexican citizen, and more importantly, become members of the Roman Catholic Church. In 1829, the Mexican government outlawed slavery. The settlers didn't want to give up their slaves because they wouldn't be able to grow cotton anymore. The settlers also didn't want to convert or learn Spanish. During this time, the population of Texans increased, which made the population 6 Texans to every 1 Tejano. In 1829, the Mexican government banned further American immigration. The Texans then had to pay taxes for the first time, and General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, the Mexican president at the time, began sending more Mexican troops to Texas. Texans then began to talk about breaking away from Mexico. When Stephen Austin was jailed, the Texans began to revolt. Who was Ben Milam? He was a volunteer in the Texan Revolution, and he led Texan and Tejano volunteers to fight Mexican troops in December 1835. And then after 5 days of door-to-door fighting, the volunteers forced the Mexican troops to surrender. And after the troops surrendered, the Texan and Tejano volunteers occupied the Alamo. Keep in mind this is at the start of the Revolution, so the Spanish army is not there any longer.